Hi everybody. Sun's just come out. I'm going to do a bit of wading today on the larger river. Temperature at the moment is 5 degrees, but it's set to go up to about 6, maybe even 7. You know. The river's dropped now, the level. You know, this sun's shining, which for me is great. A lot of people don't like it, but I do. And I'm going to try to get a barbel. Be the first one of the year actually, if I get one. But I'm not holding my breath to get one, because I know I'll be really lucky to do so. It will be lucky if I catch one. So anybody watching, do us a favour and wish me luck now, because I'm going to need a bucket full. In fact, I'm going to need a wagon load full. Alright, so when I speak to you again, no doubt I'll be freezing, stood mid-river. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Right, I've not cast in yet. Probably have a bit of line stick on my first cast, because I'd set this rod up about 2 weeks back. Just left it laid up floor, like, set up in pieces. Anyway, got my line around my tip now. See, this is what happens, I'm not hiding nothing. Got my line around my tip now, and I have just lost my catapult. I've got another one here. I've got a couple of bangers in car, like, but it was a new catapult that from the other week. And I was just catching some stuff out then, and it slipped out of my hand, because this corn's a couple of weeks old. Just been laid in the fridge. It's all sticky and slimy. I got it with the tip of my rod, and it dropped off about 3 times, and then that was it, wasn't it? I felt like Tom Hanks on that film, that Castaway, you know, with that ball that Wilson. I couldn't get it. I can't even run after it, because you just fall on your arse completely in this river all face first. So that was it, wasn't it? Quite depressing actually. Right, first cast now anyway. Yeah, I'm surprised the line weren't stuck on a bit then. I shouldn't have come here today, to be quite honest. Being lazy, I had another couple of swims in mind, but there was quite a walk. And this one wasn't getting sore back, you see. Everything's going wrong, innit? And I've not even had a bite, which isn't a good sign. Usually I always get a bite on my first 1 or 2 chucks if there's anything in there. The sun's not coming up high enough to get on the water, which isn't a good thing, like. I don't know. It never rains, but it pours. Let's go a little touch deeper. See if that has an effect. My glasses are steaming up. I've got my sunglasses on here now. Steamed up. Can't see now. Let's pull them off a bit. Float standing there, nice. Come on, fish. Come on. Just put a little bit more depth on. It never dragged under, did it, or nothing, so you know, that could make the difference between catching and not. All have a feeling these fish are all going to be pretty dormant at the moment here. It's not a good spot, like I said. Sun's not getting hot water, and as I said just a moment ago, I shouldn't have been lazy. I should have gone somewhere else, but I've got a fish on here now. Must have felt sorry for me, this fish. Yeah, it's laziness on my part, like. But it's not really laziness. I hurt my back to the day in gym. I was squatting and I've hurt my back. It didn't hurt me when I was doing it. It was later on, and then the morning after getting up, I looked like one of them cavemen, you know. Neanderthals. I couldn't walk proper. I think this is probably just a small chub. I'm trying to take it easy. I don't want to lose this because it might be the difference between that and a blank. You never know, do you? It's only a little fish though, so I don't suppose it makes much difference if I lost it, does it? Come on. Thanks for feeling sorry for my fish. Oh, that's a nice little fish, kind of mark there. You don't know what's done that. Could be anything, couldn't it? I was going to say cornet, then that's straight away, innit? What you say, cornets. It's not cornets, well, most of the time. I'll fish on with this one as well, on this chop. They must have just appeared, these fish, all walking up. It's quite strong, this fish. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a chop. See my breath pretty clear. Can't see this yet. I shouldn't be long enough to be able to see what it is. Yes, chop. Come on, little tiddly one. Come on, tiddly chub. Right, so that there then saved me on hooking it, but that's because the line was tight, you know, when it pulled away sideways. That's what a barbel did a good few weeks ago now. That's the trouble with doing that. Oh, but I weren't bothered then. Saved me on hooking it, to be fair. Got a few mags here. Try and not lose this catapult there. Another fish on. I've just chucked a load of bait in, you see, so looks like some fish have just started feeding on it. It's them chub though, innit? Again, them small chub. On New Year's Day I fished on a tidal stretch at a river right low down, and I had an absolute monster session of chub, but they weren't like these, they were good ones, like, you know. I'd say there was about 4 or 5, like I would imagine they'd, if you'd weighed them, they'd have been a good 6 pounders. But it's always like that on tidal stretches, innit? I always seem to produce bigger fish, like. It's too that way, quite a bit down its throat. flying silly buggers. What are the mark on that one? Same spot, isn't it? There's the other one, but that looks a bit older of a mark. Just shot that one, it didn't swim off from it, it just floated down. It looked like that thing in that Alien film where that alien went into sea and it just floated down. Like. These maggots have seen better days on me. I'll leave them on though. Just stick some more on. Yeah, so there is some fish here then in the feeding, like. Because that first couple of trots I thought that was it. Thought I was going to have to move. Might have to stop if there's nothing feeding it. To be fair with my back like this, I don't feel like walking anywhere. It's just too sore, my back. Sore shoulder, sore back, sore ankle. Right, I think I'll just catty some more faggots in. Let's get down in that lot. Although I'm going to go beyond them, I think. That's the problem, I can't cast as far, can't cat in my maggots as far as I want to very often. Right, so let us see now what appertains there. Come on, something bigger, please. Yeah, I'm not ungrateful, I just would like something bigger. I like a barbel. If I could just get one barbel, it would take pressure off them, right? Feel a bit better. I think I am asking a bit much though to get a barbel today. Like. Fish on then, it was playing with that. I saw it float jigging a bit, like had it on for a second, it come on. That was the bottom then though. Push it a bit further across this time. No bait gone over there, like, but they might be swirling a bit at the fish, like that. There. Get a fish on, anyway. Another one of them chubs, I think. It's come off. Came off, I'm afraid. So that's two's come off on the last two chucks, and a bit odd again. You know, I start wondering about the hook when that happens. Very often it can just be a barb, you know, like got pulled back a bit when you've pulled the fish or took a fish off and you want out to fish. Just pushes your barb back if you've got a barb. I don't like barbless hooks myself. I've had both in my hand, I know they're a lot easier to take out, but then barbless ones went a lot deeper into my hand. Oh, my sweet corn's come off. I put that on special too. A piece of sweetie. It's horrible, that sweet corn there though, it's all sticky and like all juice has gone like to sugar on it, and like, you know, it's all thick slime. That's probably why I lost my catapult, why it slipped out of my hand. I just felt like that Tom Hanks in that film, Castaway, like that Wilson was floating off. Not a good feeling that when you lose Wilson. Come on, fish. Nope. No, I've got a knot there on my line. must have fluttered around and done a granny knot, tied itself to me shot because I just took my shot off. I can feel it there. I'm going to have to go to the bank and retie my hook, can I? Just have this one cast now and then I'm going to shoot back and tie it on. I can't relax like that because that's if I do get a barbel on, it's odds on it'll snap off there. Right, so I've just been and retied my hook on, got rid of that knot in my line. It's pointless leaving it, Chances are you get a decent fish on and it just comes off, then it snaps there. So better to just bite the bullet and go and swap it. The sun is actually shining up water here. It's stuck behind them trees there. It's not. I don't know if it's going to come up high enough to get on the water proper. But it's pissing me off. It's right in my eyes, that. What a horrible swine that is. It's really glaring. Well, I didn't get any fish for that last trot or two, did I? I don't think I did. I can't remember now. I don't think I did. And I've got nothing now. No sign of that one. I did catch some bait in before I went out. So they've all fattened up on my bait line, which could happen if there's not so many fish there. Or, if they're not big fish. Well, that's alright. I'd rather them leave it there, the bait, and hopefully a barbel will come along, or a little group of barbel and start munching. I think what I might do, I might just put a few inches depth on that. Can't remember how much I lost when I retied my hook on. Not that it matters, just play it there, don't you? With your hook length, it may well just drag on there. I'm just trying to get rid of that sun. That sun is absolutely burning my brain out there on water. Proper on top. Right, we're bouncing up bottom there, well, it was a second ago. So it's dragging bottom. You like playing Russian roulette, really, dragging bottom on a bottom like this river's got. With it being boulders. And rocks everywhere. You just like I say, playing Russian roulette, hoping that it doesn't get fast in it. Especially when it starts going into shallower parts where all of it might start dragging. I use them, what do you call it ones? Walk slide ones for that reason. Because if it gets fastened into ground, it's a case of let's just hope that olivet comes off rather than having to set up again. My problem is I'm just too impatient. If I don't get nothing proper in a reasonable amount of time, I'm saying a reasonable amount of time, pretty quick, I can't cope. I have to get off. I think it was virtually bang on midday when I got here. 12 o'clock, so I don't know what time it is now. It must be past, mustn't it, at least? I'm thinking. With me faffing about, losing my thing and having to go back for it and that. And then having to go and tell me who come then. Yeah, so I imagine it's got to be at least 12:30 now. I only usually set out later than this, to be honest. It's probably why I've not had nothing proper. Too early. Pieces of corn just floating past there. I think the river's a little bit too low as well for this spot now. Got something on here, I think. It's either bottom this or a fish. I really don't know. Feels like bottom, to be fair. Oh no. That's well and truly stuck on that, wherever it is. I'll let bow a line out. And then I'll give the line a tug, so hopefully pull it that way. Off the ball. It's not worked. So, this is what I was saying before about Russian roulette, dragging bottom in here. Sometimes if you pull it and then ping it, shit. Well, something's gone. What it is, I don't know. Just thought my float's alright. Float's there, like, yeah, I've still got my float on, luckily. Let's have a look what damage he's done here now. Odds on I'm going to have to go back to banking, innit? No, so what's happened there then, right? My hook's alright too, luckily. So what's happened there? It's my Olivet, innit? You know what I was saying about Russian roulette and dragging bottom and all that? That's what's happened. I'm just going to check my hook point. It feels alright. So it's obviously that then what's got struck, but instead of coming off, which I'm glad it didn't do, it slid down my line. See what I usually do? I'm just checking out line here where that shot's been. I usually push my Olivet further up, you know, if I'm fishing further over depth, and then it doesn't drag bottom. I was lucky that, really. We shall try again. It's not long since I've caught a barbel now. I forgot what it feels like out one, to be honest. Sometimes it feels like you've latched into the bottom for, you know, for a split second, like. Even a small fish, like. You got to, when you struck, you just got to hold your rod and just see if it moves, like, you know, rather than just start tugging. Nope. Try maggots instead of corn. I've got a mixture on hook. Cocktail. That's what my dad used to call it when I was a kid. Maggots and casters, that was a cocktail. Maggots and corn. Anything when it's mixed up in it, like a bit of a cocktail, like. that though, because I've put maggots in and I've not had a bite. Put a couple of pouches of maggots in. It's not a good sign, that, really, to be honest. You know, should have at least had a little chub or something then. I've got two choices here now. I can either just shoot off, go somewhere else, or I can hang about and hope that something moves down, gets onto that bait I've chucked in, because I imagine there'll be a bit of bait left at bottom, but you know, I might be wrong. Might have all been cleaned up. Pheasant shouting, there's something loud like a plane. Really loud. Hope it's not a nuclear bomb going off and it's coming up here. Right, we've got a fish on. Just listen to that noise. I don't know if you can hear all pheasants shouting. A bit spooky that sometimes, isn't it? So there must have been a fish still there, because I've got it on. Unless it's just swam down or upstream, I don't know. I'm glad that sound's gone further the other way. Bit unnerving, isn't it? With all this, like what's going on there. It just seen me then, that. It's only a small chub, like. The rod I'm using is the Drennan Acolyte specimen 14 footer. Probably one of my favourite rods of all, well, of all of them, if not the favourite. Can't see the heat proper. It's actually on the outside of it first, just there. Sorry, they're going back there. No marks on that one. Dickhead. I've cast up there like that, so I've got time, you know, to catty some bait out. You just have to mend your line though, because it'll drag your float down quick if you don't. Yeah, I was watching a couple of videos on YouTube the other night, and it's quite a well-known channel I was watching. He's got quite a lot of subscribers. He's doing well, like this fella. And he likes his trotting, and he uses a close face reel or one of them Daiwa things. And I was just watching how awkward it was. Like, I used to use one, but I used to use the old 501 and 506, mainly 501 with the. I used to use it and backwind it, like, because that was the drag on it. Didn't have to alter it and take poles out or nothing. It was just on the angle. You could tighten the reverse up or slacken it off with the angle. But yeah, he was using this Daiwa close face reel. I think he uses it all the time for his trotting, and you know, I don't know why he does, like, because you don't get the presentation of your bait the same with one of those reels. It's much jerkier than that. You know, it's a lot jerkier than using a Centrepin, says me. To be honest, I wanted it a bit closer there like that. It's not gone down that close yet. Just try and see if there's out on that run. It only has to be inches away from a fish, like, you know, to stop it from taking it. You know, when it's cold like it's a barbel or something, you might have to practically run your bait into its mouth to incite a take. Yeah, you know, that's just rolling along, like, and you slow it down, let it go, whatever. With them other reels, you have to flick the tip of the rod all the time to get line to come off. You know, and it's not my cup of tea anyway. A fish on at last. Oh, I think it's only a small chub. Quite strong for a small chub though. Yeah, it looks like it's got marks on it too, that, again. Something's out of it, isn't it? Could have been a pike, like. Yeah, right. That there though, and on the other side, I think that's. I do think that's a cormorant, to be fair. I think that's where its point at the top bill has been. Scales coming off it. And you got away, kid, didn't you, anyway? Well, it might not be a cormorant, but it looks it to me, that. No. Definitely looks like it, because it's got the same things on, well, marks on both sides. Could be a pike though, could be. Yeah, it could have been a pike, it could have been a cormorant, who knows. It's alright anyway, innit? They all have to eat, don't they? If it was a cormorant, I don't think it would have fitted that down its neck anyway. Probably why, if it was a cormorant and it's got away, because it's too big for cormorant. Them scales will soon heal up, be alright. Do you know, I don't like just get out at river now and have a wander around for a bit. GoPro, stop recording. Do you know, it is nicer fishing in summertime, isn't it? I would never fish in winter at one time, at all. was always out with ferrets, dogs and guns from September, beginning of September onwards. You'd never have caught me fishing in this cold weather. So I've gone daft as I've got older, haven't I? Check that out. Some kind of fighter plane. Noisy bastard, isn't it? Do you know, I don't think the temperatures have got up. I can see my breath really clear. So, it doesn't feel like it's warmed up properly. I mean, all the high was 6. Just I was fishing in 2 degrees the other week, last week I think. Got a fish on anyway, of some kind. Way down there it was. Probably a small chill, I think. Can't really tell, you know, because it flow like. Just kind of enticing it up a bit. I don't want to pull it too cat if possible. It's not even a small fish, this. Look at you up. Like, you know, it was a long way down there, weren't you? Some into that one. Split fin there, and be alright, that will glue together, I imagine. Hi everybody. Well, that weren't anything to write home about, was it? That was probably a proper last session from the off. Like, I lost my catapult straight away. Like, catted a couple of pouches of corn in. That were it. Slipped out my hand. I did an impression of Tom Hanks, didn't I? In Castaway, with Wilson floating off. So that was the kick off to the session. Had a few chub and that, and then I had a last trot like you do, you know, and I got fast on some at my hook or my weights or whatever it was, my Olivet, don't know, but the usual thing didn't work. It got stuck proper, and I had to just pull, and it all cracked off. I lost my float and all that. which was a bit of a sickener, that line. That was one of my new dread and float. So anyway, tomorrow's supposed to be a decent day, so I might come out tomorrow, because I cut that session short because I knew it was just a failure. Right, if I do get out tomorrow, obviously hopefully I'll make a video and hopefully I'll have a better session than that. Do you know, I might try and go to that same spot for the simple reason that I've thrown all that bait in. You know, and there might be a few fish, like, you know, feeding on that. They might hang about in that swim. Maybe not. I shall have to wait and see. That's even if I do go, you know, I might go to a different place. Okay. I'll catch you again soon.